In this section, we're going to be talking about formatting and formulas. Sometimes it's best to format before you start. This is what it will look like when we're done. Easier to read. Some people say, do I do the formatting before, after, or during? I could say it would be all of these here. What you want to do first is just to get the rough formatting so you can read things. When this was typed, nothing was formatted. We want the text to wrap in here. So I could highlight this row. I could say wrap text. It's not showing everything in here at this point. However, you could drag it down, or you could double click. And then let's say we have it wrapped. We could click on center. We could make it bold. A lot of times I save the finishing touches for later. I could center across here in the first row, but that's irrelevant at this point. A lot of times when I'm doing things, I like to have the numbers formatted with commas, so I could tell 10,000 from 100,000 times from 100. And if I don't want the decimals, I just reduce them. And then if you want to do the formatting with the numbers, you could do that later, okay? We got a lot of things we're going to do in here. And this is the basic formatting here. What we want to do in here initially are the formulas. That is the important thing. As I've said, accuracy is most important, followed by, what would I say? Appearance. Appearances do count. And we're going to do a few formulas here. And at the end of this, we will do a little bit more formatting. There'll be another video going into more detailed formatting. So we want to do the ticket revenues. It's evening tickets times the price of an evening plus the afternoon tickets times the price of an afternoon ticket. So it's equal this times this. We always make it a constant because we want the B12 to always go down. We hit the F4 key on the Mac Command T plus again make it a constant. So we've got the ticket revenues. You can pull it down every time. What I typically do is do it all at the end when I'm done. It's a time saver. Concession revenues, we need parentheses for this one because we have to add up this number and this number in a bracket and multiply it times the 475. Equal left parenthesis times the 475, again a constant. Tab over. I want to know the total revenue equal this plus this. That's our revenue. Next thing here, I add a couple of things here. We have a studio commission in the movie theater business. They have to pay huge revenue to the Warner Brothers or Universal or MGM on an opening movie, especially for a hit. And what it is here, they're going to pay 80% to the studio. So what it is here, it's based on the ticket revenues times again a constant. The overhead is 23.5% or 0.235, and we do equal. The overhead is based on total revenue times only one star. Don't put two in there, otherwise you will have a problem. And the net profit would be the total revenue minus the studio fee minus the overhead. So we got that, and when we highlight this stuff here, we bring it down, just down to the Rialto row. Don't put it into the total row, but let's say you want to do totals. I go over here, This is a very quick way to do it. I click on Auto Sum. It gives us the numbers. And if you look over here, we got a railroad track or number signs. Too narrow. We widen it. And if we want the numbers to match down below, you could use the Format Painter with the formatting and just drag over these cells. Again, a couple of them are a little too narrow. You could bold face this row because that's the important thing to find out how much profit you made. We're going to be doing a few other things here. If we look here, the numbers here are irregular. What I could do, highlight everything, click on the comma, and if you're in accounting, typically the first row is formatted as currency. The bottom row, I highlight that, I hold down the Control key, pull over here to non-adjacent ranges, and then I could click either on the dollar sign or I could just use accounting. So you've got that in there. A couple of other little pieces of minor formatting that will do. You want this to look like currency. Click on the dollar sign. Go into here. You want a percent. You want 2 decimal points once, twice. So you've got that in there. I'm going to be doing a lot more formatting in a few minutes in the next video, but you're seeing the formulas in here. We're going to be formatting this in the next video where we're going to have everything done.